Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 6 of our 10-day challenge. My name is Kelly, and I'm going to lead you through this short vinyasa flow, building on the various postures that we have learned over the last 5 days. So we'll start in easy pose, crossing your legs, sitting up tall, and just bring your attention to your breathing to get yourself focused and grounded. Drop your chin to your chest and start doing some rotations forward and to the left, forward and to the right. Just keep them nice and slow. And then let's take our hands to our shoulders and do some shoulder rotations, going backwards to begin with. And then change direction to come forwards. Let's loosen up our wrists with some outward circles. And then change the direction. Okay, let's inhale, arms above head. Exhale to the right, left arm above your head, and turn your head to look up towards it. Stay here for a few breaths as we stretch your side bodies. Dropping that right elbow down if you can. And then back to center. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, left hand to the floor, bringing your right hand above your head and looking up towards it. Taking some nice, gentle breaths here. And then back to center. Okay, we'll do some twists here as well. So we'll inhale, arms above head. Exhale, right hand to left knee and just twist over your left shoulder, gazing over. A few breaths here. And then back to center. Inhale, arms above head. Exhale onto the other side, that right hand in behind your back, looking over your right shoulder. And then back to center. Let's get up into our tabletop position. Spreading those fingers wide, wrists below your shoulders, knees below your hips. And we'll do some cat-cows. So inhale, drop your belly, raise your tailbone, raise your head. Exhale, curve through the spine, chin to chest, tuck your tailbone. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. From here, we're going to tuck our toes and push up into downward dog. Remembering to try and keep a neutral spine. We're not curving it. Try and bring those heels down to the mat. They don't need to come all the way down. Raise those hips.
And just take a few breaths here. You can paddle your legs, maybe get your hips involved as we warm up. And then we'll do a few flows forward into high lunge, high plank. Exhale back to downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Holding it for a moment. And then dropping your knees down and your chest to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward and come up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, uncurl, arms above head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, so we're going to go through the chair poses that we had learned the last few days. So we're going to inhale and bring our hips down towards the ground as if we're sitting on a chair, raising our arms above our head, gazing up. And just hold this position, arms strong, pulling your navel in towards your spine, keeping a strong core, sinking lower if you can. Keeping your breathing steady as you hold strong in this pose. And bring your hands to heart center. And we're going to twist our right elbow to our left knee, looking up towards the ceiling, keeping our knees bent in that chair pose. And then inhale, arms above head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, back up to arms above our head. Hands to heart center. Inhale to chair pose. And again, hold this position, really using your abs here, pulling your navel in towards your spine, keeping your arms strong above your head, squatting down further if you can. Then bring your hand to heart center, and we're going to twist the other way. So left elbow to right knee, twisting round to look up at the ceiling. And then inhale, arms above head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And from here, we're going to take our right foot back into a runner's lunge. And then plant your left hand firmly next to your left foot, bringing your right arm up above you and look up to the ceiling. Bring it back down. Back to our runner's lunge. And then we're going to come up into a high lunge. So keeping the toes of your right foot curled underneath you, get yourself into a comfortable position, and then raise your arms, slightly bending your back. Exhale to the floor. Take that left leg back into a high plank, and then lower down your knees, chest to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Just taking a few breaths here. Inhale, step your right foot forward, left foot forward, and come up halfway. Exhale, we're going to take our left foot out into a runner's lunge. And then planting that right hand next to our right foot, we're going to spin round, keeping your balance if you can, keeping on your toes of your left feet. Spin that left arm up and look up to the ceiling. And then back to our runner's lunge. And then up to a high lunge. Feeling the strength in those thigh muscles, all the work they've been doing this morning. Exhale back down, bringing your right foot back into a high plank. Lower your knees, lower your chest. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. And again, take a few breaths here. And then we'll move forward back into a high plank. And then lower your knees, bring your toes together, keep those knees wide if you can, and bring yourself into child's pose. Taking some deep breaths here, breathing into your back body, and letting your heart rate slow down a little. I think I pushed you quite hard there this morning. Definitely a good way to wake up and get yourself energized. Just checking that everyone is doing all right. So yes, it's fine to bring your knees in closer to you if your hips are maybe not allowing you to get that wide position. That's also fine. And when you're ready, just bring yourself to staff pose, Dandasana. So legs together, feet together, facing the ceiling, hands by your side. Bring your shoulders up and round and back so that your chest is open. And just sit tall with your legs active. Okay, we're going to inhale, arms above our head. Maybe back a little here. And as we exhale, we're going to fold forward, leading with our chest, bringing our chest down to meet our legs. As far as is comfortable, you can either be holding at your shins here, grasping around your feet. You could be holding onto your big toes. Anything that feels comfortable to hold on to, or simply just your shins. Gazing over your toes. Take an inhale, come up a little. And then exhale, sink deeper into the forward fold. If you like here, you could actually see if you can bring your head to your knees. Just for an extra sensation on the backs of your thighs. And inhale, come back up to sitting. We're going to do a few more forward bends here. We're going to take our right foot and place it in against our left thigh. And I'll show you on this side too, to make sure that you can see. So we're just placing our foot against our thigh, excuse me, so that your left, or well, your right leg, if we're going to start with our right leg, is just out at an angle and your other leg is straight in front of you. So I'll switch back so that it is left leg flat on the floor, right knee out to the side with foot against your thigh. And then again, we're just going to inhale, arms up, slightly backwards. Exhale, fold forward. It's the same thing, looking over the tops of your toes. In a soft gaze known as drishti. And continue to breathe in, and on your exhale, see if you can bring your chest further down, feeling that nice stretch along the backs of your legs. Inhale up a little, and exhale back down. And then inhale back to sitting up. And switch your legs over, right leg down, left foot comes into the right thigh. And again, arms up as you inhale. Reach back and fold forward. Grabbing hold of whatever part of your leg, toes, or feet that you can. And just keeping your head up and gazing softly past your toes. And then you can come back up to a seated position, bringing both feet back out, back into staff pose, Dandasana. And just take a few breaths here. And then we're just going to lean back onto our elbows, bringing our feet up into an easy boat pose. Bringing our legs parallel to the ground. Keep your feet facing the ceiling. And if this feels enough for you, just hold here. Otherwise, we can move up and down, touching our toes to the mat and raising them back up 5 times. 3, 2, 1. And then see if you can raise these feet up into a half or a supported boat pose. If you're feeling that you are shaking, that is absolutely fine. This is really testing your core strength here. Excuse me. It's testing your abs. And then bring back to the parallel, and then back down to the floor. Relaxing onto your back, and just taking a few breaths here as you relax your abs. And we're going to have one attempt at a half boat pose. So instead of our legs being all the way up, we're going to keep our legs here and just bring our arms up to meet them. So make sure your chests are still kind of high. So we're not laying back like we were before. We have raised our backs off the floor, bringing our arms up parallel to our legs. Hold for just one more breath. And then release back down. Take some nice breaths here. We'll do that one more time. So bringing your back up, bringing your arms parallel to your legs. Your legs are parallel to the floor. Your chest is open. Just taking a few breaths. One more. And then let yourself rest onto your back, relaxing your abdominal muscles and just taking a few breaths before we move into a bridge pose. So bringing your feet as close to your bottom as feels comfortable, putting your hands facing down onto the mat if you prefer, while we raise up our hips, or interlacing your fingers. Then shimmy the tops of your shoulders underneath to meet the mat, and raise your hips high, pushing up through your feet. Push your hands into the mat and your hips in the opposite direction. Two more breaths here. Reaching higher. And then slowly releasing down to the ground. You can maybe wiggle your lower back into the ground here. And we're going to do figure of four. So bring your left leg over your right thigh. So as if you're making a four. And then bringing both hands to hug your right thigh. Bringing both legs then close to your chest as it's comfortable to feel that stretch. And then release your right foot back down to the mat, and then your left. And this time bring your right leg up across your left thigh. And then take your hands and clasp them behind your left thigh, bringing both legs towards your chest. Feeling that stretch on your right leg, your right thigh. And then release back down to the mat. Bring both of your knees up to your chest and give one final hug. rocking back from side to side. And then prepare yourself for Shavasana, getting your legs as comfortable as possible, any blankets that you might need, any blocks to go underneath your knees. Arms should be out to the side, palms facing towards the ceiling. Let your feet just relax and flop to whatever side feels comfortable. Just take a moment to find that comfortable position, supporting yourself where you need to. Bringing your awareness to your breath once more. Closing your eyes or softening your gaze. Really feeling the impact of this morning's practice. Shavasana is where we integrate our experiences, really absorb all the work that we have done, and find that stillness and calmness in our mind. Bring our awareness to our feet, to our toes, the tops of our feet, our ankles, up the shins to the knees, and the thighs. And just feel your legs getting heavier as they sink into the mat. Letting go of any tension you may be holding here, releasing it and sinking deeper. Bring your attention to your hips, your pelvis, your belly, your lower back, and really let go of anything you're holding here. Feel your back sinking to the mat. Moving your awareness up to your chest, your upper back, your shoulder blades, your shoulders. Let them all soften and relax. And then moving from your shoulders down each arm to elbow, and then to wrists. Bring your awareness to your thumbs and each finger, your palms, the back of your hands. And just let them all release, relax into the mat. Bringing awareness now to your face, your chin, your jaw, your lips, your tongue. Let them all relax and soften. The tip of your nose, the bridge of your nose, your eyes, your forehead. Let all tension go away and let your entire face soften. Bring your attention to the crown of your head, and the back of your head, and the back of your neck, letting go of anything that you're holding here, and just let it relax. Feeling your head heavy, sinking into the mat. And we're just going to take 2 minutes here of complete silence, focusing on just your own breathing.
And now start to bring awareness back to your body. Start to deepen your breathing, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Maybe take a stretch here, stretching your feet and arms away from each other. And then when you're ready, turn yourself onto one side and take a few breaths here. And then guide yourself up to a seated position. Thank you all very much for showing up again. 6 days in a row is fantastic. I really hope you're starting to feel the improvements in your body as we slowly add more and more, extending some of our postures, strengthening our flexibility and our muscles. So well done, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you on day 7 tomorrow. Have a great day. See you all later. Bye.